The birth of a genre, Phil Donahue's early life and career. Phil Donahue wasn't born with a microphone in his hand. He grew up in Ohio, a long way from the bright lights of television. After college and a stint in the Army, he found his calling. It was 1959 when he landed his first job in radio. Little did he know this was the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Donahue's natural curiosity and knack for engaging with people quickly shone through. He moved from radio to television, becoming a news reporter in Dayton, Ohio. He wasn't content simply reading the news. He wanted to understand the why behind the headlines. This drive to dig deeper would become a hallmark of his career. In 1967, Donahue got his big break. He launched the Phil Donahue Show in Dayton. This wasn't your typical talk show. Donahue brought in real people with real stories. He tackled tough subjects, and he did something revolutionary. He gave a voice to the audience. He handed them the microphone, literally and figuratively, and allowed them to ask the questions. Donahue's innovative approach was a hit. He connected with viewers in a way no one had before. He wasn't afraid to ask the hard questions. He listened to his guests and his audience. He made people think, and he made them feel seen. This was the birth of a television legend. Breaking new ground, The Phil Donahue Show. The Phil Donahue Show quickly gained national attention. In 1970, it moved to Chicago, broadcasting from the WGN-TV studio. This marked a turning point, not just for Donahue, but for daytime television. Donahue's show wasn't confined to recipes, fashion, and celebrity gossip. He saw a bigger purpose for the platform. Donahue brought in guests from all walks of life. He interviewed politicians, celebrities, and everyday people. He tackled the most pressing social issues of the day: civil rights, the Vietnam War, the women's movement. He wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo or to spark debate. One of the most distinctive features of the Phil Donahue Show was the audience's active participation. Donahue didn't just want to talk at his viewers. He wanted to hear from them. He encouraged them to ask questions, share their opinions, and engage in dialogue. This interactive format was groundbreaking and became a defining characteristic of the show. A microphone for the voiceless, giving platforms to the marginalized. Donahue had a unique ability to connect with people from all walks of life. He treated everyone with respect, whether they were a renowned author or a single mother struggling to make ends meet. He was particularly passionate about giving a voice to those who were often marginalized and unheard. Donahue was one of the first talk show hosts to feature LGBTQ+ guests openly and honestly. He provided a platform for them to share their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs at a time when society often shunned them. He helped to humanize the LGBTQ+ community and challenge prejudice. He also brought attention to the experiences of people of color, religious minorities, and people with disabilities. He used his platform to shed light on issues of inequality, discrimination, and injustice. He gave a voice to the voiceless and helped to move the needle on social change. Facing controversy head-on. Donahue's courage in addressing taboo subjects. Donahue never shied away from difficult or controversial topics. In fact, he seemed to gravitate towards them. He believed that open and honest dialogue, even about uncomfortable subjects, was essential for progress. This made him a target of criticism, but it also earned him the respect of millions. He tackled topics like abortion, domestic violence, and sexual abuse long before they became mainstream conversation. He wasn't afraid to push boundaries or to challenge societal norms. He knew that these were important issues that deserved to be discussed, even if they made some people uncomfortable. Donahue's willingness to engage with controversial subjects head-on was a testament to his courage and his commitment to truth-seeking. He understood that real change often comes from confronting uncomfortable realities. Section 5. The Donahue Effect, Shaping Daytime Television and Beyond. Donahue's impact on television and on culture at large is undeniable. He revolutionized the talk show format, paving the way for a new era of daytime programming that was both entertaining and thought-provoking. He proved that viewers were hungry for more than just lighthearted fare. He showed that there was an audience for substantive conversations about important issues. He inspired a generation of talk show hosts who followed in his footsteps, including Oprah Winfrey, Sally Jessy Raphael, and Geraldo Rivera. Donahue's influence extended beyond television. He helped to shape public discourse on a wide range of social issues. He gave a voice to the marginalized and challenged the status quo. He was a true pioneer who helped to make the world a more informed and compassionate place. Section 6. A champion for social justice, Donahue's advocacy beyond the screen. Donahue's commitment to social justice wasn't confined to the television studio. He was an outspoken advocate for numerous causes throughout his life. He used his platform to raise awareness about issues he cared about and to inspire others to take action. He was a vocal supporter of the civil rights movement, the women's rights movement, and the LGBTQ+ rights movement. He fought for economic justice, environmental protection, and peace. He believed in the power of ordinary people to make a difference in the world. Donahue didn't just talk about making a difference, he lived it. He marched in protests, volunteered his time to organizations he believed in, and used his voice to speak truth to power. He was a true champion for social justice. Section 7. A legacy of awards and recognition, honoring a television pioneer. Donahue's groundbreaking work in television didn't go unnoticed. He received numerous awards and accolades throughout his career, including 20 Daytime Emmy Awards, a Peabody Award, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2024, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. President Joe Biden recognized Donahue for his exceptional contributions to American television and his unwavering commitment to social justice. These awards are a testament to Donahue's enduring legacy as a television pioneer, a champion for social justice, and a true American icon. Section 8. The Oprah Connection Mentorship and the Passing of the Torch. No discussion of Phil Donahue's legacy would be complete without mentioning Oprah Winfrey. Winfrey has often cited Donahue as a major influence on her career, and the two shared a special bond. Donahue recognized Winfrey's talent early on and encouraged her to pursue her dreams of hosting her own talk show. He even appeared as a guest on the very first episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1986, giving her his blessing and passing the torch to a new generation. The two remained friends and colleagues throughout their careers, and Winfrey has often spoken about the profound impact Donahue had on her life and her work. Section 9. Reflections from Peers Broadcasters Remember Phil Donahue. Donahue's passing was met with an outpouring of tributes from fellow broadcasters, journalists, and public figures. They remembered him as a giant in the industry, a champion for the voiceless, and a true gentleman. Phil Donahue was a pioneer in daytime television, said Barbara Walters. He was the first to bring real people and real issues to the forefront, and he did it with intelligence, compassion, and humor. Phil was a mentor and a friend, said Sally Jesse Raphael. He taught me the importance of listening to your guests, engaging with your audience, and never being afraid to ask the tough questions. These tributes reflect the profound respect and admiration that Donahue's peers had for him. He was a true original who left an indelible mark on the world of television. Section 10. The End of an Era. Donahue's Retirement and Final Years. After an extraordinary career spanning decades, Donahue retired from television in 2002. He continued to be active in various causes he cared about, but he largely retreated from the public eye. He spent his later years with his wife, Marlo Thomas, enjoying time with his family and reflecting on a life well lived. He remained a keen observer of current events and continued to advocate for social justice until his passing in 2024. Section 11. A Lasting Impact. Phil Donahue's Enduring Legacy. Phil Donahue's legacy is multifaceted and profound. He was a television pioneer who revolutionized the talk show format and helped to shape daytime programming for generations to come. He was a master communicator who could connect with people from all walks of life. He was a fearless journalist who wasn't afraid to tackle tough topics or to challenge the status quo. And he was a tireless advocate for social justice who used his platform to give a voice to the voiceless and to make the world a better place. Donahue's impact on television and on society at large is undeniable. He left behind a legacy of compassion, courage, and a commitment to truth-seeking that will continue to inspire for generations to come.